Let's talk about the morality of free market capitalism. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video I'm going to talk about the morality of free market capitalism. Now we do constantly hear, in particular from young socialists, about the greed of capitalism. But I want to talk about it from how I see it. Now before I get into it, please like and share this video to give it a boost. So what is free market capitalism? Free market capitalism is the voluntary exchange of goods or services for something of equal value. In our society that is usually money, but it can be for other goods and services as well. I'll give you a few examples of free markets in action. When you go to work, you provide labour to your employer in exchange for an agreed amount of money. Your employer has the work he needs done, and you have the money that you can use to buy things in exchange. Now, another good example is when a business sells you a phone or a car. You exchange money to that business in exchange for that good. The business gets your money, which it can use to produce more goods and build the business, and you get a shiny new car or a new phone that you can use to make your life easier. Now, we hear all the time about how capitalism has damaged society, but we never hear about how capitalism has benefited society. Because it actually has benefited society in several ways. Some of the big ones would be decreasing the global poverty rate. The number of people living on less than $1 a day went from 25%, actually it was just over 25% actually, to under 5% in just 50 years. As a result of people being able to earn their own money through capitalism. And through that, they've been able to climb their way through the classes. From the lower class to the middle class, and some even to the upper class. Now, capitalism also gives good incentives. Well, it's the only system really that gives people the incentive to come up with new ideas, to come up with new products, to come up with new solutions to solve problems. A great example is plastic bottles. Now, originally, companies were using glass bottles, which weren't very environmentally friendly. So, they decided to change to plastic bottles, which they could produce more of and were less environmentally damaging as glass bottles were. Then, because the original plastic bottles were a lot thicker than they are now, they thought, what if we thin them? What if we make them smaller? And they ended up using, I think it was either 20% or 40% less plastic when they produced the newer bottles. So that saved them money. So it was actually, there's less plastic going into the oceans now than there were some decades ago, because they moved from glass bottles to plastic bottles and now to thinner plastic, because it's cheaper to do it. What's the role of government in capitalism, in free market capitalism? Well, the government, in my eyes, needs to be the referee in this, i.e. the government enforces the rules of the system, but it shouldn't interfere in the system. It shouldn't interfere with the fair interactions between individuals. And it's when the government does do that, when they interfere in those interactions, it is no longer free. It is no longer a free market. I believe that free market capitalism is the best system, both economically, morally, and societally as well, actually. Economically, because it allows people to earn wealth through hard work. Morally, because it allows people who are living in poverty to work their way out of poverty. And societally, because it allows society to benefit from the great ideas of individuals, of entrepreneurs. So what do you guys think? Share your thoughts with me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. And if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with my latest videos. Ayn Rand said, and this is actually one of my favourite quotes, "In a capitalist society, all human relationships are voluntary. Men are free to cooperate or not, to deal with one another or not, as their own individual judgments, convictions and interests dictate." That's actually a great way to put it. It's people have the freedom to cooperate with each other. And it's only through cooperating that they can be successful. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.